Hi, I'm Becky Duncan from Chanting Stalk Yoga. This practice is all about slow, unwindy, spirally kind of movements. It's a really nice way to free up your body. I hope you enjoy the practice with me. Let's roll out our mats and do some yoga. So coming down onto your backs, knees bent, feet flat onto the floor. Allow your back body to arrive and soften into the ground. And just bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. And just check in with how you are, how you've arrived here into this space, onto your yoga mat. Check in with your energy. And just use these few moments to ask yourself, what is it that I need for my yoga practice? And then bring your awareness onto the flow of your breath. And just notice the breath flow in and flow out. Notice how your breath is the only thing moving your body right now. Notice how your body moves to accommodate your breath. See if you can stretch into your breath a little more here, taking it deeper and wider. Just noticing how your breath is that link between your inside body and your outside world, between how you're feeling on the inside and what you do on the outside. So here together, let's take another breath in. Breathing out, stretching your arms and your legs away from you. Full body stretch here on the ground. Curl your toes back. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, sweep your arms around. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Round off your lower lumbar spine. Let's just start to make a figure of 8 with our knees. Keeping them together. You can make a figure of 8 on its side or horizontally, however works for you. Remember with these practices here, the figure of 8 in particular is very much about consistency. So it's like one fluid movement rather than having any start, stops, any hard edges. You're just trying to find this softness. Change direction, trying to find this softness here in our bodies. Maybe you can start to feel not only into your lower back, but also onto the fleshy part of your bottom, your glutes, your hips. And then slowly bring your knees to center. Just take them over to the left as you look down the length of your right arm. Inhale. Exhale to center, take them over to the right. As you look down the length of your left arm, inhale. Exhale to center here and crisscross your ankles. We're going to rock up and down the length of our spine, just massaging the whole length of your spine. So tap into a little bit of playfulness here. Find that playful energy. If you can, try not to put your feet onto the ground and just see if you can just massage the back body, waking up the energy along your spine. Use your core, and then rock up into a nice seated posture. You're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to make a fist with our hands. And again, we're going to make figure of 8s. So you can do your figure of 8. Again, there's no right or wrong. You can just swirl your hands and crisscross your hands in front of you. Or you might make a figure of 8 by swirling both your hands around. You choose, feel into it. Start to really listen to the intuition of your body here with this practice. This lovely swirly kind of practice. Just leading with your breath a little more. And then you're going to swirl your wrists now all the way up towards the sky. Inhale. And as you breathe out, flick and release your wrists and your hands back down to the ground. It's like you're just shrugging off any busyness. And then nudge your shoulders up towards your ears, breathe out, and release. And again, nudge them up, and release. Nice. And drop your chin down towards your chest. You can lengthen through the back of your neck and just roll your right ear to your right shoulder and feel that lovely opening through the left side of your neck. And then exhale, chin to chest. And just roll left ear to left shoulder again, feeling a nice opening through the right side of your neck here. Inhale. And then exhale, chin to chest. Let's take our chin up to the sky. Just open up your throat. And bring your gaze back to center. Come to all fours into your tabletop here. Spreading your fingers. Finding that lovely long line. Now stay here for a moment. We quite often transition through the shape quite quickly, but just imagine your spine parallel to the ground. And when you breathe in, feel as if you're filling your lungs like balloons. Inhale. And then empty them out. And again, allow your lungs to fill. They're hovering in space. Filling up in all directions. Exhale. And another deep breath here. And exhale. Lovely. Right leg out behind you. Pick it up. Bend your right knee. And just pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's make a figure of 8 with our knee. Bring it across the body, over to your right elbow, and then diagonally up and away. Breathing in as you send it away. Exhaling to finding that lovely sense of fluidity through your right hip. Allowing your body just to slowly unfold for you. Good. And then you're going to lengthen your right leg away. So feel long here. Broaden your collarbone as you breathe out. Press your hands into the ground. Hug your knee in once more. Send your leg away and then step it through to the front of the mat. Very slowly spiral your arms all of the way up towards the sky. There's no right. There's no wrong. Left arm then reaches up, right hand comes behind to your back thigh. And you've got a little twist here, breathing in. Exhale, here another inhale. And then you're going to cartwheel at your own pace. Your hands back down to the ground. Step back into a down dog here. Make your body, make your breath wider and longer in space and time. And then rise up onto your tiptoes. Inhale, heels towards the ground. Exhale, knees to the mat. And rest back here. Filling up fronts, back and side. Breathing out, softening. And then inhale, lift your hips. Come back up to all fours to send your left leg out behind you this time. Picking up your back leg. Bending your knee. Let's pulse here. Sometimes you'll find it's harder on one side than the other. I find my left side very hard. Another pulse here, and then diagonal figure of 8, knee across the body to the right, over to the left, and then diagonally up and away. So notice how it feels to make the same shape on the left side of your body. It might feel very different, might not. But just again, becoming this observer in your body, using yoga just to continue to get in to you. And then inhale, send the left leg away. Breathe out round your spine. Hug your knee in once more. Step your foot through to the front of the mat. You want the whole of your front foot planted into the mat and slowly cartwheeling your arms all of the way up. Right arm reaches up, left arm comes behind. Look up towards your fingertips. Inhale. Cartwheel your hands back down to the ground. Step back here into down dog. And bring your knees down to the mat. Hips to heels. And breathe out. And then very slowly come back up to all fours. Good. From this place, another deep breath in. Exhale out. And then tuck your toes together. Let's just take a downward dog. So send your hips high. Look back between your feet. Allow your hips to become the peak of your triangle. Take another breath in. And as you breathe out, travel to the front of your mat so you can dangle here over your legs. Allow your upper body to soften, relinquishing all of the busyness out of your head, neck, shoulders. And then together inhale and let's lift our spine into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. You're going to bend your knees and unfurl your spine, bone by bone. And I love this movement because yoga quite often reminds us of this polarity between the earth and the sky. As you inhale, lengthening both of your arms up to the sky now. Exhale, hands to your heart. So just take your left arm up to the sky as you breathe in. Take it over to the right. Slide your right hand down your right leg. Then inhale, draw it back up. Change sides, right hand lifts. And bring it over to the left. Good, and inhale, come on back up. Nice, at the front of your mat, take your arms wide. And draw them all the way up to the sky. And as you breathe out, bring your hands here through to your heart. And then inhale, draw your palms up. Feel long, press your feet into the ground. Exhale, widen your shoulders and fold over your legs. Breathing in, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. And with your right leg, you're going to step it back to bring your right knee down. Now this time, we're going to swoop and swirl our hand and wrist. So it's kind of like a swoop and a swirl. And again, I say kinda because I want to invite you just to feel free, just to move your wrist and then swirl it back down to the ground. So have a play with that, just a little swooping and a swirling. What does it feel like to spiral through your body and then spiral your arm all the way back down? Hands to the ground, step straight back into a downward dog. Those of you that have a little more energy, if you're feeling like it, you might take a cheeky vinyasa. And if you don't, stay in your down dog. When you get back into your down dog, if you did flow through a vinyasa, take a deep breath in. Breathe all the breath out and then send your right leg up to the sky. We're going to figure of 8 from a down dog. So when you breathe out, bring your knee across the body to your left elbow, over to the right, and then diagonally up and away. As you push your hands away, good. Exhale, breathing up. Exhale, inhale up. And again, send your right leg up to the sky. Now we're going to come into a pigeon pose. So as you breathe out, bring your right shin through to the front of the mat. Lower your hips and send your left leg away. With this shape, quite often your right hip, especially if you're tighter in the hips, very common, we hold on to a lot of tension in our hips. So you might want to wedge a brick underneath your right hip or your sitting bones just to level out your hips a little more. If you can, you might bring your hip down towards the ground. So have a play with that. And if this is super uncomfortable, just shift your weight over to the right and bend your left knee. Otherwise, keep sliding your back leg away. It's a lovely back bend to begin with. So come onto your fingertips. You can even have your hands also on bricks here as well. Wherever you are, just gather your awareness behind the flow of your breath. Remember, your breath is that link between inside body and outside world. Another inhale. And then breathing out, you're going to slowly bring your hands and your forearms down to the ground. And again here, you can rest your head onto the back of your hands. Some of you, or you might prefer to use a brick if your head doesn't quite come to the ground. You choose, just find a shape that works for your body. Remember, it's not about how far, how deep you go in a stretch, but it's just about how you go, how you move through it. Turn your gaze inwards, and as you breathe out, allow your hips to sink and soften to the ground just a little bit more. Exhaling out. Good, staying here for another breath. Exhale, lovely. And then slowly come back up onto all fours. Tuck your back toes, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, step back into your down dog, at which point you might find your right leg's a little longer than your left, so here you can sway a little, you're gonna feel into your left side shortly. Take another full breath in, breathe out here, and then let's travel to the front of the mat and really feel this sense of releasing. Again, release your spine, kink in your knees if you prefer, if it just allows your head to hang lower than your heart. Always check in with your feet, make sure they're nice and parallel to one another. And then together, let's come into a halfway lift. Breathe out, let go. Good, and again, inhale, lift halfway. Let go. Good, and then unravel. Unravel by pushing your feet into the ground, curling and unfurling your spine. Shoulders and head come up last. When they eventually rise, float your arms up to the sky. Bring your hands here to your heart. Left arm draws up, slides over to the right and continues to slide over all the way over. Soften your knees, fold forward, and then come back up in the same way you came down. Left arm leads and release. Good. Right arm now. Inhale, reach it up over to the left. Continue and then fold and then bring it back over. Right arm reaches up to the sky. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Inhale, lift your heart up to the sky. Keep your hands interlaced and fold over your legs. Breathing in, lift your spine halfway. Breathe out, fold here and release your hands so your left leg can step back this time and your left knee down. And here we're going to play. So you're going to just swirl. I quite like to swoop and then swirl my wrist up to the sky and then swirl and a swoop back down to the ground. So again, just find your way. Feel into the shapes and the movement here in your body. And again, swirling, swoop back down, lovely. Step back here into your plank pose. Make your way down to the earth. Take a cobra and back into a downward dog. We're gonna make that figure of 8 with our left leg. Bring it up to the sky. Exhale it across the body to your right elbow, over to your left. Your shoulders are forward when you're doing this, and then press into your hands, send your leg high again. Good. When you're doing this movement, also use your right toes, push off your right foot as you bring your body forward. Inhale as you draw it up. Exhale it through, and again, drawing it up. Exhale it through. This time, send it high to the sky, pigeon pose. Bring your left shin through to the front of the mat. Remember your brick underneath your left seat. If you used it last time, you're probably going to want to use it this time. Hands on bricks or on the ground. And again, you've got this back bend, this uplifting shape. So draw your shoulders back, close your eyes, sink, soften through your hips, slide your back leg away. With every breath, just create a little more space. And with every exhalation, feel this sense of just softening into this moment, into this shape. And then very slowly making your way down. Again, you can use your bricks or bring your hands all of the way down, resting your head onto the back of your hands. Close your eyes. And as you breathe out, allow your hips to feel heavy. Take another breath in, and on the next exhale, allow your shoulders to feel heavy. Relinquish any gripping, any holding on. Just relinquish it down into the ground as you breathe out. Allow the exhalation just to clear it out of your body. And then when you breathe in, allow your belly to be soft, taking your breath deep into your belly. Exhale. Another cycle or 2 of your breath here. And then after your next exhalation, slowly make your way back up, hands into the ground, step back into your downward dog. Now, hopefully both your legs should feel a little more even here now. Maybe they feel longer, maybe your hamstrings have woken up, maybe they're singing to you. Feel into your body, listen to your body. Look over to your right foot and slide your left hand far down your right leg, looking underneath your right arm. Take a breath here, little downward dog twist, and then release. Right arm slides down your left leg. It's like you're dropping into your right shoulder here. Inhale. And then bring your hand to the ground, bring your knees to the mat. Send your hips back towards your heels, resting here in child's pose. Feel as if you're just coming home, back into you and into your body. Allowing the breath just to unravel and unwind its way out of your body. And here in this child's pose, we'll just take a little twist. So walk your hands back towards you and then slide your left hand underneath your right. So your head comes down to the ground. Stay here for a breath. Exhale, slide your right hand back, lifting back up. Change sides, right hand slides underneath your left. Bring your left hand out in front. Another breath here. Exhale, sinking deeper into you. Slide your left hand back, feel into both your hands. Walk your hands back towards your knees. We're going to come on down here onto our backs. Just sway your knees here from left to right. Rolling over your glutes, rolling over your sitting bones. And then bringing your feet right back towards your sitting bones, arms down beside your body. Take a deep breath here into your hips. And as you breathe out, scoop your sitting bones up, come up into your bridge pose. Maybe you can nudge your shoulder blades closer together. Maybe you can interlace your hands here behind your back body. Rise up onto your tiptoes, inhale. As you breathe out, release your arms and slowly imprint your spine all the way down towards the ground. Releasing your hips and then your heels. Should we do that once more? Feel into your feet. Take a deep breath into your hips. As you breathe out, press into your feet. Allow your thighs to track out of your hips here into your bridge pose. Interlace your hands. Feel into your back, into your arms. Together, rise up. Let's rise up onto our tiptoes. Inhale. Exhale, release your arms. And again, very, very slowly imprint your spine. Head down to the ground when your hips release. Allow your heels to release. And invite you here to come into reclined butterfly. Feet together, knees to fall apart. One hand on your belly, one hand onto your heart. If that's not comfortable for your hips, bring your knees together. I want to invite you here just to bring your incoming breath, this inhale, breathe it into your heart and allow your heart to smile. As you breathe out, send that smiley energy down to your belly. And then breathe into your belly and feel a smile broaden across your belly. Send that smiley energy down to your feet. Take another breath here. Exhale, bring your knees together. Send your legs away from you. Spread your arms out wide. Whole body smiling back at you. And then together here, for the last time, we're going to take a replenishing breath in through our nose. Releasing breath out through your mouth. Let go, let be, and let in. So for the last time, let's just roll our spiral. Let's do a last spirally movement, spiraling our arms all of the way up. Inhale, and then flick. Flick and just release through your wrists and your arms here. And then last time, inhale, spiral them up. Exhale, flick, and release. And then bring your palms to meet here at your heart center, bowing down to you. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. As always, I really hope that you've enjoyed the practice with me. If you'd like to do more, come and visit my website. There's lots of different practices and yoga classes on there.